Hello. For mine and your reference, this audio is intended to hypnotize you. It's intended to allow you to just get a bit of an easier headspace for sleeping. I don't like sending people to sleep exactly, because sometimes you realize that there's something that you have to do, or you think that there's something that just crosses your mind at that last moment before your head hits the pillow. But my goal right now is to have that moment when your head hits the pillow just be so easy to realize that the lights are out, your head is empty, and those thoughts can disappear. You can allow yourself to slip away, and doing so comes with no harm. Doing so is natural, and what I intend to do, what I intend to just follow through with here, is hypnotizing you, is allowing your head to latch on to a few ideas, a few key clues, a few little, I would say, ways of thinking, a few little patterns, a few little just key ideas of being able to think of just attaching your mind to. These ways, these clues, these ideas of thinking are something that I'm going to just try and implement once you're hypnotized. I'm just going to keep on talking, and what I'd like for you to do is I'd like for you to listen. And something that I don't think always has to be related to hypnosis, but I think is effective, especially with things like this, is allowing you to relax, is allowing you to get comfortable, to realize just how nice it feels to be lying down in bed right now with your head on the pillow. And of course, at any point you can choose to end this. You can choose to ignore my voice. You can choose to ignore my words. But if you'd like to be sleepy, if you'd like that heady head of yours to just sink through the pillow happily, contentedly, and calmly, then what you can do is you can keep on listening. You can keep on absorbing idea after idea, because you've already done that so many times already. I've been layering the last few minutes with ideas, with clues for you to attach your head to, nice and easily, like the idea of hypnosis making you sleepy, like the idea of hypnosis just pulling those thoughts away. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go for an induction into hypnosis, into a hypnotic state, into a trance. I'm just going to ramble, and you're going to listen if you'd like. You're going to find your thoughts slipping away, and that's okay, because allowing yourself to listen, allowing yourself to follow, allowing those distractions to fade as you focus on one thing, as you focus on that comfort, focus on that breathing, that slow, steady sensation moving through your body, that rocking motion in your diaphragm, just pulling air into your lungs and out, pulling your head, pulling these thoughts of yours nice and slowly, nice and steadily into a trance, because it's something you come to accept, the idea that focusing on something while following some words, the idea that accepting these words is true, can lead to being hypnotized, can lead to you falling into trance, can lead to that pull down into your bed becoming stronger, can just allow you that bliss of slipping away that you felt a few times at least, that look of concentration, that lack of focus, where you allow your body, where you allow your mind to just do what it wants to automatically. And what is there more automatic than sleep? What is there more automatic than allowing those eyes of yours to realize how heavy they are, to realize that blinking motion that you've been doing for the last few minutes has been heavier, has been more repeated, has been quicker than you'd normally do it, and allowing yourself to notice that, allowing yourself to feel that weight, allowing yourself to feel that heaviness allows them, if they weren't already, to just close. And just while we can focus on that breathing again. We could just loop around like in a dreamlike state, lost between so many different thoughts, so many different ideas, but looping back around to a few of them, like that heavy breathing in and out, allowing that weight to just settle in your body, allowing yourself to draw yourself down, allowing yourself to pull yourself along. That's something that you can do. That's something that you know you can do, because you've done it so many times. Allowing yourself to calm down by slowly breathing in and out. And the real thing, the really important thing here, is noticing that slowness. Noticing that slowness in your breathing. Noticing that slowness in those eyes, just one by one letting themselves flicker down. Even if they were shut, you can just realize they're now just so tired that they don't want to open, that they want to just stay closed, just like you were on a long train journey and you just haven't had the most sleep. It'd be so easy to allow your head to just drop down and those eyes to close. That's something that's happened to all of us, I'm sure. That feeling of a weight, that feeling of blinking, and then that realization that your eyes are drooping shut. And right now, you're safe. Right now, you're secure. So you don't need to worry about anything you would if you were on a train. Only that motion, only that feeling of continuation, of just drawing on and on and on into just longer and longer words, longer and longer thoughts. And it doesn't matter that the thoughts don't really get any longer. It doesn't matter that your brain is just taking a while to recognize them. And that's okay. Because it's something that happens when we get tired. It's something that happens when we start to drift into trance. When we allow that weight of ours to settle in, then we can allow ourselves to drift. To allow ourselves to just think of little thoughts in between thoughts. Think of little ideas in between ideas, and those can just lead to the thoughts getting longer, more intermittent, those conscious ones at least. It's how our brains work in dreams. You just have so many little thoughts flowing around and about, and then just occasionally the repetitive ones come through. Like the idea to breathe. Breathe deeply and feel how you have been for the last few minutes. Realize that you were doing it completely automatically. Realize that you didn't have to put any focus into just taking those nice, deep breaths, and realize how the rest of your body responded. Realize how your body just slowed down. Your heart rate just plummeted to a nice, calm, slow rhythm. And allowing yourself to do that. Allowing yourself to slip on down like this. Allowing yourself to let go like that. That's something nice. Because what you can do once your heart rate lowers, once your temperature just falls, those are all key indicators, in a way, of falling asleep, of letting go, of allowing that upper brain function to just shut off, like the light you turned off a few minutes ago, like just drawing a curtain or tucking yourself in. It's so easy to allow these little analogies to draw into our mind. But then remember, the key idea in all of them is that just disengagement, that allowance of yourself to rest, to sleep, to fall away, to let go. And doing it like this, is nice and easy. Because once you can let go, once you can fall away, once you can do all that your body needs automatically, I'm sure you know what I mean, then allowing yourself to sleep isn't too difficult. Allowing your body to slip away isn't too hard. Even if you find that head of yours just swimming, those thoughts just going so slowly now, that's okay. Because allowing slow thoughts is fine. Allowing those intermittent thoughts to wake their way through. Allowing this voice to just suggest a few more ideas to you, that's fine. And what I want you to feel, what I want you to imagine, is that weight. I want you to feel that pull. I want you to feel that drag on the rest of your body. And I want you to realize it now, if you hadn't before, that fullness, that satisfaction, that perfect bliss that allows you to let go, to realize that right now, even if you really wanted to, unless you needed to, that body of yours would just stay slumped and loose and limp, and that's okay. Because, in a few minutes, I imagine you'll be even deeper. I imagine your body will let go even further, and that is okay. Because you can just keep on listening. You can just hear me droning on, and that's fine. That's comfortable. Because listening to a safe voice like this, in a soothing environment, in a comfortable one, in just such a heavy, full mind space, is a good idea. But I want to give that last revelation to you. I am the one who was giving all of those small ideas, or a lot of them at least. And just as something's given, they can be taken away. I can just allow that brain of yours to shut off. I can just allow you to fall into that sleep, into that slumber. And I will. I'll give you a little suggestion, a little key to allow those thoughts of mine to flow out of your head oh so easily. Because the next time you realize You've placed your head on a pillow, intentionally, and that head of yours will just empty from thought, will just empty from ideas, will just find itself nice and blissfully blank. And that's wonderful. That's perfect. Doing it like this, doing it like that, will be just so nice. After all, it's something that I think everyone's accustomed to. Everyone knows what a good night's sleep feels like. Everyone knows that once their head hits the pillow, they just wish for their eyes to blink shut and just open on a brand new day. And that will be something that will become so easily to you. Just as a small little affirmation, I believe in you, that you will be able to just shut those eyes and slumber and pull that weight of yours on down through the mattress, that head of yours sinking down through the pillow, and just like that allowing yourself to be loose of all those thoughts, all those ideas, and even these thoughts, even these ideas don't need to stick around. They can go whenever you'd like them to. They can be released, or they can be ignored, like just water rushing over a few rocks. How it doesn't bother them at all. But for now, what I'll allow you to do is those last few things if you need them. Or you can choose to just place your head on that pillow. For now though, all I'm going to do is I'm going to just count up. I'm going to allow that headspace of yours to end. I'm going to allow those thoughts of yours to get a bit quicker if you'd like them to. Just word by word and idea by idea, I'd like to pull you out of this trance. And that's okay, because all I'm going to do is I'm going to count from 10 down to 1. And I'd like, if you could, for you to see it like a staircase almost. A staircase stretching down towards that sleep that you know will come so inevitably. Or a staircase just reaching up to that next day that you'll reach so soon. From 10 to 9, realizing that pillow is the key to just emptying your head. 9 to 8, following along so nice and so easily. 8 to 7, just following my voice. You've been following these instructions so well. You can absorb these ideas so easily. 8 to 7, let's just pull you up. Let's just realize that body is just still there. Just give the littlest of wiggles, the smallest of micro motions on 7 to 6. That head of yours just staring slightly, those eyes maybe just blinking a few times out of that dazed state. 6 to 5, just pulling yourself up, letting yourself just realize what happened and what will happen when you place your head back down on that pillow, when you make that conscious choice. 4 to 3, just bringing you up and out nice and easily. 3 to 2, everything coming into that nice open headspace. 2 to 1, allowing yourself to just become awake as you'd like, to just become so calm, so aware, so relaxed, just as much as you'd like. And I hope that you have a wonderful night's sleep. Thank you for listening.